And now I will show my very first team of Halo Reach McFarlane toys. They're fully complete. It took me months to get into this level of perfection, but now it's a good time to brag about it. First of all, the female Spartan Air Assault. This one came in pink. I took out the color gray low legs, a little bit of purple. Um, I took the belt of Grenadier, the the chest. I cut down the original chest of Grenadier. No, I'm sorry, from this other figure, and because they were uncomfortable, fuck, they didn't have the same size and fittings. It was more easy to cut down and glue it on the original chest. It came pretty good for from all that labor. The shoulders, I had to make a little bit of drilling in both shoulders to hold down the armor. The left armor shoulder, I put the kukri. And sealed and seal the hole, so it could be look perfectly like this. The right shoulder, I put some security, no, military security, and it came pretty well. I will show this. I glued a pair of grenades so the character can look a little bit of tough. And man, it really looks tough. The leg, I did myself from scratch. This little piece, I couldn't find it anywhere, so a little bit of epoxy and sand it down, make it look well. A little bit of filling here and there. Here we can look a little bit of the epoxy that it used to glue it together, but it's just that side. From the front, it can't be seen anywhere. And not only that, I made also the medical back emergency kit trauma. I couldn't find it anywhere. I took a photo Trace it down and paint it down. All the little details that I could do, they're just in there. And so goes with the wristband, the UGPS, if I'm mistaken. This didn't came very well. This is the original, and there is the copy. A little bit taller and square. This has this ground pistol, plasma pistol, and lastly the helmet. GFO with a little bit of blindage of armor, extra armor, made out of a piece of PVC, and the communicator made out of epoxy resin. Came pretty well. Has his here rocket launcher. I think that the purple and that blue visor really blend pretty well. So awesome. That comes with my personal favorite, the ODST Rich Spartan. In my previous video I showed him with Magnum from Halo 5. I didn't really like it, so I purchased the shoulder, the ODST shoulder, the George turret, and I finished well the original kukri, so it can have its handle and not the knife it has the last time. I finished out well the paint, and the helmet I did myself the filter and the communicator or the attachments. The last Magnum they had, I told you it was the Halo 5 from McFarlane, so I did a little bit of customization myself. I sent down all the details so it can be more rich assembles look. Use a little bit of super glue to fill the nose of the gun, and look at that, even better than the original Magnum from Rich McFarlane. And I purchased just recently the Halo 5 DMR. I think that from all the figures, this is the best. Personally, and everything else. That menacing look that it has is awesome. The second favorite of my collection, I took George body and make this little piece. A little big tank of gorilla, of Spartan. This little hammer, gravity hammer, I made it all from scratch. It took me a month easily to gather the plastic, to cut and to glue together the details, the paint, the fittings in the hand. Everything had to be perfect. As you can see, the scale is a little bit, it's almost perfect. This can be, this hammer can lead to 6 or 6.5, almost, or even bigger than a Spartan 3. I took the height of the figure as to compare the ledge of the hammer. For George, I had to cut down the right shoulder armor, his head, to fit the Gungnir helmet. I had to paint every single nook and cranny of the armor, and I made myself these little parts, which are on sale, yes, but I had to buy a small figure of a marine, so I can cut down the legs, and that's really meaningless. So I took down that idea and I did myself those parts. It came pretty well. The paint is obviously superior than the originals. I took a little different way to in this figure. Every single light of the armor, I decided to paint it red. Why? Because the nature of the character craves for it, and it looked pretty menacing with that look. It's a very original figure. The thing that I dislike the most is the chest. I would like so much to change the chest, but it takes a lot of time to effort to make that. Also with the shoulder pad in the left, I thought that trying to change those parts will drastically drop the character's feeling. Or it will look bad, honestly. The helmet, so much details in every side of it. I will try to make a little piece in the hair to hold the hammer in the back, but this stance is pretty well for it. And lastly, the most weak looking and normal of the team is this little soldier here. The same, painted all over with this kind of blue, a little bit of gray. His leg back, the shotgun coverage. I did myself this little bag in the front. This chest was originally transparent and translucent, amber, and I had it sand it down, paint it down, so it can be more cool looking. The communicator or tactical, I don't know the name, I'm sorry. The Hasselhoff helmet looks pretty well, and so his shoulder. The right one, I couldn't do nothing about it, so it's an assault rifle. And this figure, I decide to put a little needler in here. This one is from Just Wars, and use holding it like this, it looks well with the figure. It didn't come out of proportions, it's really well fitting. A little bit of black wash, a repainting in the parts, and I had to cut down the points of the needler so it can be a little more crystal shaped, because before they look like finger cheese. Or cheesy fingers, I'm sorry. I painted this little detail on this rifle. So how is looking? My little team. My favorite one. My third favorite one. And lastly, this. Any comments is welcome. Please excuse my poor English. My accent is really poor, but the willing to share this collection, my four in this level, or of customization is truly real. Please comment. Say me. Say to me anything. I will willing to ask to respond.